Hello, everybody. Tracy, Mrs. JDog Flanagan with you here today. I'm the co-founder and senior vice president of JDog Brands. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Tactical Treasures podcast, powered by JDog and Vet TV. Our podcast gives veterans, male spouses, active military members, and military family members a voice in the veteran space to speak about their service, how they're affecting their communities post-service, and to share with me a tactical treasure from their past that has shaped their journey in their military career, business, or life. And today I am so excited. I have the pleasure of speaking with Shena Veale. Staff Sergeant Shena Veale is an active duty U.S. Army soldier and currently serves as a signal school instructor. During her 24-year Army career, she has led mentorship programs for young soldiers and continues to participate on committees for community professionals. In addition to her military service, Shena is dedicated to a life of volunteer service and to support. She is a volunteer service coordinator for Operation Teammate, a nonprofit that supports military children. Sheena's dedication to the betterment of our military community spreads across our great nation and abroad. Thank you so much for joining us today, Sheena, and thank you so much for your service, ma'am.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So excited to talk to you. Could you talk to us about your military career? Just what initially inspired and led you to join the Army?
Certainly, I was probably in the sixth grade when I decided I was going to join the military. Um,
Wow. Okay.
I just knew at an early age that I wanted to do something bigger than myself, and I wanted to be able to help people and do something I'd be proud of. When I was about 16, my grandmother who raised me was like, "No, you're not." um,
Oh,
but when I was 17, she signed consent. I did
oh,
join
that's
Alabama
great.
National Guard first, so I spent 20 years in the Alabama National Guard. In 2019, I enlisted active Army and have been active ever since. My last duty station was in Germany, and now I'm here at the newly renamed Fort Eisenhower.
Oh, wow. Wow. So you've been in the Army for 20 years. Is there a particular aspect or moment from your service so far that stands out to you as being impactful?
There's been so many moments that have been impactful. I've had so many great leaders over the years who have really like took the time to mentor me. In my last duty station, I helped out with the Afghan evacuations, and that was a very humbling experience. Also, quite an honor as I had deployed once to Afghanistan. So, being able to help them get out of there was a real honor. But since I've been here, I've been a part of the funeral honors team at Fort Eisenhower, and it was also an honor to be able to serve and help out with the funeral honors and be that person for the family whenever they're grieving their loved ones.
Oh, wow. Wow, I'm sure that's a heavy role. Glad that you're there for them and that you're able to participate and help them. So now you're a volunteer coordinator for Operation Teammate. Could you talk to us about how you first became involved and the work that you're doing there?
Certainly, I met Tim. I met him around November of last year, and we became friends. And I found out that he was working for Operation Teammate. He's the founder, him and his daughter. Um,
Okay.
he was a single parent, so raising his daughter, the two of them were able to bond over sports. So yeah, when I met him, I started volunteering right away, and he let me do a lot of volunteer work. So I was real honored to be able to participate in that. I don't have children myself, but I love children, so being able to help them out, it's been really cool. Recently, he's actually added me to the board of Operation Teammate as their volunteer service coordinator. So that's been an amazing experience.
That's very exciting. So what exactly is Operation Teammate? What is it that you do? Something to do with sports, right?
Certainly, Operation Teammate is a nonprofit that helps military children by providing mentorship with professional and collegiate athletes.
Oh wow, that's really neat. What are so is it just one program or there are kind of different programs? Are there events?
It's an event based program. We typically go to colleges like I think they've had events at University of Michigan, University of South Carolina. We've recently had two events with University of Georgia, once with the football team and once with the gymnastics team. And it's really inspiring to see the children get out there with the athletes and the athletes running across the field with the children, and getting down to their level to sign autographs or answer questions. We did the gymnastics event. We had a lot of young children that do gymnastics, so they were able to get out there and perform some of their skills with the gymnasts. And it was really amazing to see the athletes take time out of their day to spend time with those children.
Wow. Okay. So you actually, Operation Teammate actually kind of partners with like college teams or NFL teams or professional athletic organizations, correct?
Certainly, they've had events
Oh,
with
okay.
the USA swim team. They've even had events with chefs and other organizations as well. Anybody that wants to participate with Operation Teammate, to provide some sort of mentorship, leadership experience. It's a way for the children to bond with their caregivers and a way for them to ask questions and learn and hopefully be inspired to get involved.
Right, right. That's really great. So, is there a particular day that these events are done? Do you do so many a month, or how does all that work?
We focus mainly on the months of April and November. November is Military Family Appreciation Month, and
Yes, of
April is
course.
the month of the military child. So
Oh,
the in
okay.
between months, they do a lot of setup and organization towards getting those events set up, and then those 2 months they get busy with events for the children to participate in.
Okay. And are the events kind of national? Are they in different states?
Yes, ma'am. They're anywhere that a college or somebody reaches out. They say, "Hey, we want to host an event," and then they get to work making it happen.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's great. And do you think do some of the kids travel to come to these events?
They
Or is
do.
it just within the community that
S-
resides there?
Some of the children travel. The families will bring them out to the events wherever they're at, and in some cases, it's local to that area. It's There's a sign up sheet on the website, so the families will then sign up to participate in the event, and then it'll be whether or not the family wants to travel out there to go to the event, they'll sign up, or maybe there's people in the area who have children that want to sign up. But it's, for any of the military families.
Oh, wow, that's really great. So if people want to support Operation Teammate, what is the best way to support? Is it through donation or volunteering or both?
Oh, they are absolutely welcome to volunteer. There's also donations on the website for Operation Teammate. There's another option to support events or do host fundraisers and such.
Wow, it sounds like you're doing really great work there. I'm excited. That's really amazing. Hello, viewers and listeners. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Tactical Treasures podcast. We are currently having a wonderful conversation with Staff Sergeant Shena R. Veale, who is an active duty U.S. Army soldier, and she is currently serving as a signal school instructor. She's in her 24-year career in the Army, and she is also involved with Operation Teammate, founded in 2015, that provides an opportunity for athletic organizations to welcome children of our military between the ages of 5 and 18 as honorary teammates during various times such as deployments, training, and or relief. Operation Teammates' aim is to arrange memorable sporting experiences to help them and their families through those difficult times. Operation Teammates events also show the importance of children being involved throughout their local communities and guides them to understand that building a community is a team effort. If you would like to see the upcoming events that Operation Teammate has to offer and to sign up to participate or volunteer, head to operationteammate.org. Now back to the podcast. I would really love to dive into your treasure. So, what would you like to share with us today?
Certainly. I have multiple treasures, but I have two that I'm going to share with you today.
Okay.
Namely because this is probably pretty unique. I have first this Bible. It's a standard
Oh,
Bible
wow.
that the military has that you can get. And of course I put Roll Tide on the back. Um, it is it is full of letters and notes and cards. When I got ready to deploy the last time, um, anybody that wanted to would write me a letter or a note and highlight a Bible verse. Um,
Oh, wow.
so it is just full. People that I knew, family members, loved ones, strangers even, um,
Oh,
would
wow.
write me a note and a Bible verse and highlight it in here. And what I did while I was deployed is I would take and find one and highlight it, and then I would journal about it. Let's see, I'll find an example here.
Oh,
So
wow. Oh, I love
I
that.
would write the Bible verse down and who it was from and the date that I did it, and then I would do like a little Bible study with it, and then I'd find a book or a song or something that related to it, and then over here I would write them a letter back and a prayer,
Oh,
and then I would
wow.
post these on my social media for them to be able to see. This is just a way I could connect to them while I was away overseas.
I love that. That's
I've
amazing.
also got Sunday school with President Carter back in 2018. I went to his Sunday school class in Plains, Georgia, and these are
Oh,
my notes from
wow.
that and the church flyer.
Oh, wow.
Um,
That's amazing.
here's another example. Just I would doodle on it, and then I would write like a central theme on the pages.
Yeah.
But this Bible
Very
is so
creative.
special
I
to
love
me
it.
because of all of the people that's in it. It reminds me that I'm loved, and it gives me wisdom for life. The other thing I'd like to share with you are these, and it's just a Q-tip container. When I was deployed both times, I would have one of these that I would wear in my pocket every day on my uniform, and it's full of little trinkets and treasures that family members or friends or strangers would give me that remind me of them. Little treasures. Some of them are earrings. This is a little angel pendant that was my grandmother's, and then like my brother gave me a cross necklace. I have some earrings from an aunt. My sister gave me an earring. My mom gave me a necklace. So I would just carry it around, and if I got stressed out or lonely, I could pull that out and look at it, and it would just help me to remember how loved I am and appreciated, and how, like, if I think I can't get through the day, I can, because I have people who are thinking about me back home. And I think that was
And praying for you and supporting you as you're
so.
serving. That's
As a single
amazing.
soldier,
Very, very special.
I've always been alone, but I've never been alone because they're constantly on my heart and on my mind. And I love people.
That's great. That's amazing. How special and very creative. I love your journaling, all your pictures and your doodling. It's more than doodling, I would say, but how special. Thank you so much for sharing. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
I love it. So, do you have any final words or pieces of advice for your fellow service members or veterans who may be struggling? I mean, you obviously have some little tricks that have helped you. Do you have any advice for your fellow service members?
Certainly, I'm going to share with you the advice that I give my students. My founder recently shared an article with me, and it was about three mice. The scientist put three mice in an aquarium to swim for 30 minutes. And just as they were about to drown, they scooped them out and let them rest over to the side for about 5 minutes. and then they put them back in the tank to swim again. And how long did you think that they swam the second time? And my students will come up with a few answers, and then I'll come back and tell them they swam for 2 days. They swam for 2 days because they knew help was coming. So I tell my soldiers, when things get tough, remember that help is coming, and just hang in there. Because if you know that you're not alone in this and that there will be some relief at some point, you can go a little bit longer. The other thing that I tell them is to find the reset button. As AIT students, they've not yet experienced that hardship of deployment or those 24-hour operations where you're starting to get tired and grumpy and just try to get through the day each day. Some pretty dark circumstances as well that may happen in their future. So I tell them, you find your reset button, because, and for me, that was a $12 hammock once when I was in Kuwait. I bought a $12 hammock on Amazon, and on my little half a day on Sundays, I'd go put that hammock up outside and put my headphones on and listen to my music. And that would get me, it would reset me, and I could start another week. And that was all I needed. So I tell them, I was like, it might be music, it might be a new hobby, it might be calling home and talking to loved ones, but find something that can be your reset button.
Oh, I like that. That is great, great advice. I think that's great advice for anybody and everyone who's going through tough
Yes,
times,
ma'am.
you know, or you definitely need to figure out what's going to reset you. Um, that is great, great advice. So before you go, can you tell us where people can find and connect with you? And if they want to be a part of your little journaling and reach out to you, where can they find you?
Absolutely. OperationTeammate.org. And I am Shena.Veale at OperationTeammate.org if they want to shoot me an email.
And you're on LinkedIn, right? I know
I
you are because
am.
that's where I found you.
I am on LinkedIn. And I'm on all the social
Okay.
media platforms. I am Sheena R. Veale on all the social media platforms. But look out for Facebook, because somebody has a false account on me out there. But
I know mine was hacked too. It's terrible. And you can't get rid of it. I can't mine was hacked back in February and it's still hanging out there and I
I
can't
know
get
there's
rid of
one
it. Ugh.
person, Cynthia Veale or something. She keeps stealing my photos and using them.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. I'll tell you, it's a necessary evil, I think sometimes,
What do
you
you do
know,
when
but
everybody
ugh.
wants to be you?
I know, right? It's the greatest compliment,
It's
right?
a compliment and a curse at the same time, but
Yeah,
those who know me
true.
know who I am.
Yes, yes. Sheena, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. I absolutely love your treasures. So
Thank
special.
you.
It's really great. And thanks for everything that you're doing and the fact that you're still serving and everything. Thank you for protecting us and keeping us
Yes,
safe.
ma'am.
I appreciate you.
It's an
Thank you.
honor.
We'll talk soon
Yes, ma'am.
again. Bye bye. Hello, viewers and listeners. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Tactical Treasures Podcast. We just finished up an amazing conversation with Staff Sergeant Shena Veale, who is an active duty U.S. Army soldier and currently serves as a signal school instructor. She's in her 24-year career in the Army. And she's also involved with Operation Teammate, founded in 2015, that provides an opportunity for athletic organizations to welcome children of our military between the ages of 5 and 18 as honorary teammates during various times such as deployments, training, and or disaster relief. Operation Teammates' aim is to arrange memorable sporting experiences to help them and their families through those difficult times. Operation Teammates events also show the importance of children being involved throughout their local communities and guides them to understand that building a community is a team effort. If you would like to see the upcoming events that Operation Teammate has to offer and to sign up to participate or volunteer, head to operationteammate.org. Thank you so much for tuning in, and you can find Tactical Treasures podcast on all your favorite podcast platforms, as well as Vet TV. We are now airing on Reese Across America Radio on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and if you missed that episode, be sure to tune in for the encore on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. You can also find Reese Across America Radio on the iHeartRadio app, the Odyssey app, and the TuneIn app. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again on another podcast. Bye bye now.